All right, the purpose of this video is I want to make sure that I answer any questions that you may have as far as how this class is going to look, whether you're a hybrid student or an Edina Virtual Academy student, or I'll refer to you as Ava. Now, if you are a hybrid student and you're one that's going to be coming to school, now remember that's going to be A through K on Mondays and Tuesdays, and L through Z on Thursdays and Fridays. But when you come to school, you're going to want to make sure you come prepared with a laptop, headphones, notes, and a notebook. And I'll talk more about why that will be when you come into class. But when you come to class, so I'm going to start by going over any questions you have from your notes and that you may have and doing a warm-up activity. Because in this class, you are going to be watching the lessons independently at home all the time. Okay, I will not be teaching lessons live in class. But what I will be doing in class is I'll be starting by going over any questions you have from the notes. And the rest of the time will be to work on a warm-up activity. And it'll take about 10 minutes. It's not going to be real long. It'll just be basically covering some additional questions to make sure that you understand the key concepts from the lesson. And then after that warm-up activity, I'll go over it. I'll go over the answers, and then you'll have the rest of the time to work on your assignment. So you will have all of the rest of class time. So you should have more than enough time to be able to complete your assignment when you're in class. Now, if you are a hybrid student and you are not in class on a particular day because you are working from home online, then your attendance-based assignment is to simply go to Schoology and click on the Hybrid Online button, and you are going to join us online virtually on your at your scheduled time. Okay, so if you would be here if you were in person, if you had me first hour, you will be logging in online at 8:30 in the morning. Okay, and now you will not have to be here the entire hour. I'll talk more about that here in a minute, but you will log in at your assigned time. And what you'll do is you'll listen in on the question and answer portion when I go over any questions from the notes, and you'll have the opportunity then to also ask any questions that you have from those notes. And you're going to stay in the Google Meet session during the warm-up activities. So, but this time, however, the students that are in class, they'll be working independently on the warm-up activity. You, however, will be able to work in your group with the other hybrid students that you would be in class with. You'll be able to work with them as a group, as a large group, online. And so you'll have that opportunity to collaborate and work together if you have any questions on that warm-up activity. And then when I go over the warm-up activity and go over the answers, you can check and make sure that you did it correctly. And at that point, you will be given the option of either staying in that meet or you can leave the meet. If you leave the meet, you will want to use that time then to work on your homework assignment. You could leave the meet open and you could be working on your homework assignment, and then you could be asking each other any questions and supporting each other. So in that way, you have that extra opportunity to collaborate and work together. That's going to be a key component to being successful in this class. Now, what if something happened and you missed the ABA? You missed that attendance-based assignment of being online and working with us virtually from home. If that happens, your alternate option is to work on the assignment for the lesson and submit a picture of your assignment with your work shown before 4 p.m. Okay, now that could be, if you didn't get it all done, that's okay, but I want to see that you've started and worked on the majority of that assignment. So that is your alternate option if you miss that ABA. Otherwise, if you miss the ABA, or if you're for the ABA, if you're only there for the first 20 minutes while we do the warm-up activity, you're done with your ABA. And then you can just work independently on the homework whenever you want. Now, I will be recording that Google Meet, but it's not going to be for the purpose of sharing with you. So please do not ask me for the recording or ask me to post that. I will not do that because that is not the purpose of that Google Meet. The purpose of the Google Meet is for you to interact and engage with each other and to have that opportunity to get that support from your peers. The purpose of me recording that Google Meet is in case we have any situations where maybe someone's acting inappropriately and I don't catch it because maybe I'm working with students or you're working independently, or maybe there's a comment that's made that I miss. I will have all of that there. So the idea here is to hold you accountable, to not be inappropriate, not be saying things or doing things that would not be acceptable in a classroom. So you just want to make sure you're aware of that. Now, what if you are an AVA student and you are not coming to school at all? Well, basically, you're just going to be just like the hybrid online students. Just you're going to be doing that on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So your attendance-based assignment will be to log in each morning, just like those hybrid online students. The only difference is instead of clicking the button for hybrid online, you're going to be clicking the button for AVA online. And so you will be with a group of just AVA students to collaborate and work together with them while working on the warm-up activity and optionally the homework assignment. And just like the hybrid online students, if you missed that ABA, you would just do the same thing, post a picture of you with your work and that you've completed by 4 p.m. Now, if you do have questions, whether you're hybrid or AVA, my office hours, my in-person office hours really apply only to the hybrid students, but we would be meeting in my room in E345, Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 8 to 8:30 if you have any questions. Otherwise, my online office hours would be Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays after school from 3:15 to, this should be 3:45, sorry about that, from 3:15 to 3:45 would be my online office hours. And you'll see on Schoology that I do have a link, a button for that. So that'll bring you to a Google Meet that'll have open during those times from Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Again, those will not be recorded. You just need to show up and ask any questions that you might have. But after 3:45, I will be closing that session. So hopefully this answers the questions you might have in regards to how the course will look. I'll have a separate video that'll show you how to navigate the Schoology page and where all those buttons are that I've been referring to.